But Nadeau ends up a lap down because he could not get refired before the leaders came around.
We're hearing that Robbie Gordon in the 31 car, he's going to come back to pit road because he's missing one lug nut. You have to have 20 lug nuts on that car before you can leave pit road.
4,500, here we come, guys.
Dick Bergeron with the crew chief of our pole sitter.
That's Booney Barker. What is your strategy from here, especially on fuel?
I don't know yet. I guarantee you, you'll have another caution. You're not going to go all the way here on, you know, the green flag run.
A big run today. Are you surprised at how well this team is doing today?
No, that's what I expected.
There you go. Rookie crew chief, he expected to run up front. Good boy, Booney.
Good answer.
I love that.
Dave Blaney started on pole, and he's now the second place car.
But you know, Darrell, with only 7 or 8 laps on their tires, I know that's a lot, but I like the strategy of Bobby Labonte, Dave Blaney, and Jeff Burton, because, you know, 4 tires back there at 25th, that's you're going to use them up before you can even get up to about 10.
That's what you say, UGLY.
All right,
ugly.
Going to be 91 laps to go as they take this restart. Bobby Labonte is the new race leader.
And not long ago, he was a lap and a half down.
Had that flat tire under green. There you see the Fox tracks do 1 and 2, building the speed up from 55 miles an hour up to 130 miles an hour off turn 2.
Yeah, he didn't really get off of turn 2 all that well. Probably had a little debris on his tires.
He's up there trying to keep these cars a lap down. Casey Mears in the 41. Like Dave Blaney, Jeff Burton challenging for the lead in the 99 car.
Boy, and Blaney's right there, too. I mean, we got a gaggle going down in turn 1 here.
We haven't seen Burton all day, and suddenly he is a factor for the lead.
You know, Nemechek in the 25 and Casey Mears in the 41, they are on the tail end of the lead lap, and they'd be back on the lead lap if they catch a caution.
I just think, Mike, it shows you how critical track position is. The 99 car's been back in the field all day. They hadn't said much about him. Here he is up the front, and obviously he's got a car good enough to stay there.
He had to start back in 38.
Jeff Burton has just become the 10th different leader of this race. Jeannie?
Well, we are not in Las Vegas yet, guys, but that doesn't mean you can't be gambling down here in the pits. J.B. McMurray's crew chief, Donnie Wingo, has decided and told his driver, hey, if it goes green from here, we're going to gamble. He said that with 92 laps to go. Keep in mind, guys, it was just a few laps ago on the radio when McMurray checked in and said, how far can we go on a tank of gas? And they said 88. You do the math, guys. It's going to be fun.
Jeff, you got your calculator working?
Dude, right now, Mike, I was looking and watching Jeff Burton. You've been talking about him. He just ran the fastest lap of his race today on lap 304. So, I mean, it goes to show you being back there in traffic can slow you down quite a bit.
But I kind of like what Booney Barker said. I don't think we've seen the last of the caution flags. I believe the yellow rag will be out again.
There you see the fastest guy. That lap right there was Kurt Busch in that 97 car. Not surprising.
Less than 100 laps to go. 7 caution flags so far, mostly for spins off of turn 2. But turn 4 has had its share of action.
But Darrell, Bobby Labonte in 18, he is running a strange line. He goes in low into turn 3, and then he lets it go all the way against the wall, almost in the middle of 3 and 4.
The car must be real tight. You know, maybe she's running up the hill with it.
And he's right around the bottom in 1 and 2, which is what we've been seeing a lot.
Yeah, well, this turn, if you look at 1 and 2, it's become shaded now. Going to pick up a little grip in 1 and 2. Going to lose a little grip in 3 and 4.
28 cars on the lead lap, including Nemechek and Mears, who are on the tail end of the lead lap. It's still anybody's race.
There you see the battle right there. That's for 6. Dale Jarrett in 88, Mark Martin in 6, Rusty Wallace in the 2 car. They've worked on trying to get that car tightened up, and Jamie McMurray right with them.
Yeah, I think these cautions, these last couple, have helped Rusty because I think he was off a little bit. Now he looks like he's got his setup working again.
Kurt Busch pulls up on the tail end of his teammate, and Jeff Burton in the 99, he knows Kurt Busch is quicker. He used a hand signal. Pass me on the inside in turn 1. That's smart racing.
Well, Kurt Busch stopped and got tires, 99. He didn't, and so he's all just, you know, just those few laps are going to make a difference.
Because they sit there and race each other, they're just going to use each other's tires up.
And here comes Labonte up alongside Burton a long way around.
Dave Blaney back there, he's still holding on to 4th, but Ricky Craven's all over the back of him in the 32 car. Looks looks like Bobby Labonte's car. I think you were right. When they restarted this race, Darrell, because he hadn't pitted, he had a lot of junk on his tires and didn't get them cleaned off good.
Larry, one other thing here about Rockingham we don't need to forget is the longer you run, the more rubber you get on a racetrack, the easier it is on tires, even though you still drop off some, but you don't tear them up or wear them out quite as fast.
Definitely. The longer you go, you'll see these guys run longer, and I think that's the reason a lot of them had said, hey, if this thing stays green, we can go the distance without pitting for fuel or tires.
I tell you, that McMurray is wearing Rusty out. He's all over him.
Boy, talking about wearing somebody out. Mark Martin in that 6, boy, he drove all over the back of Dale Jarrett in 88 car coming off turn 4 that time.
Well, it was like a slide job, Larry. He went way low in turn 3 and carried the low groove all the way around.
Well, he's getting caught up from behind with Rusty, and those two cars running side by side. He's faster, but he can't get by.
Riding with Dale Jarrett.
See, right there in the middle of the corner, I mean, Mark just accelerates so hard, but when he comes off the corner, nowhere to go.
Yeah, he's much faster than Dale Jarrett, I think, right now.
Well, if we go caution-free, this strategy will probably bite 8 of the top 10 drivers right now.
Very well could.
Casey Mears trying to hold off and stay on the lead lap, hold off Kurt Busch.
I mean, we've talked about tires all day. Anytime you got a chance to put tires on here, you better take it. Boy, Mark is up on the wheel right now, guys.
Speaking up on the wheel, how about Bobby Labonte? Of course, a lot contributed to Casey Mears in the 41. He's doing what he's supposed to, but it's allowed Bobby Labonte to close right up on Kurt Busch in the 97.
This 6 and the 88 and the 2 back here, boys. Veterans, and you got a rookie in there hounding them all. It's incredible.
2 great battles. We'll show them both to you.
Oh, man, you got to show them that.
Lead battle on the left. 4th place, 5th place battle on the right.
Y'all take the one on the left. I'll take the one on the right.
And I mean, just again, Jamie McMurray, we keep talking about him, but he's up there racing with a lot of years of experience, and he's a rookie.
And you know, he's such a nice kid. It's like, you know, y'all come on up here and race with us, kid. We like you.
It's amazing what those 5 or 6 races in that 40 car, I think, did for his confidence, plus the confidence of the competitors to race with him.
Exactly. Sterling's off the pace here, guys. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's just up high out of the groove.
And with only 3 cars out of the race so far, Mayfield, Todd Bodine, and Derek Cope, that will really be a blow to Sterling's chances. Let's go to the pits.
Mike Sterling has reported he has a miss in the motor. He's reporting a miss to Lee McCall and Tony Glover.
You see right there just how much he's off the leader. And we'll watch his Fox tracks right here, 106 miles an hour. He's about 20 miles an hour off what he should be running off the corner, and it's getting slower the whole time.
And Darrell, we talk about title hopes. It's never too early to start talking.
Me and Hammond were just talking this morning. They turned these motors 9,200 down here. Show them what he broke, Jeff.
Yeah, Darrell, sitting right here, I've got a valve spring and a rocker arm in my hand. Today, when going through the garage, a lot of guys were telling me they were really concerned about the RPMs and whether the valve springs or these rocker arms will be able to withstand it. You brought out a point early on about these Dodges turning 92 to 9,300 RPM. It could be catching up with them now.
Yeah, I mean, right now, he's almost 9 seconds off the pace. There's a minimum speed, and they have thrown the black flag because he can't run the minimum speed that they require cars to run.
Ricky Craven's just taken over 3rd place. He's just moved ahead of Jeff Burton and into 3rd. Steve Burns.
Mike Sterling Marlin just reported the water temperature is over 250 degrees, and he said it blew up.
He's coming to pit road now. He's on the apron in turn 4.
And what happens, Mike, is you break a valve spring, and the engine skips a little bit. And then the next thing you know, the valve floats down and the piston hits it. It'll break the valve off. It'll stick it through the piston, and it'll cause the engine to blow up and get hot.
But I tell you, that's something we've not seen very much with that 40 car over the last couple of years is blown engine.
Battle for 9th. Rusty Wallace, Matt Kenseth, and the 8th place car just ahead, 77 of Dave Blaney. Put Ward Burton in the picture as well. This battle for 8th place now.
Yeah, and the guy that's really, I mean, just falling off the pace is that 2 car. I mean, here he was, led the whole race. Looked like had the car to beat. And look that way now.
Clear high, inside only.
That's when you say, excuse me.
Here's a battle for the lead again. Bobby Labonte. Remember, he has 7 more laps on his tires than Kurt Busch, but he has not given up on Kurt Busch.
Yeah, but the way Bobby drives and the way Kurt drives, Kurt's tires might think they got more laps on them than they do.
Bobby Labonte's running
no
that high
mercy.
groove.
Now they have passed Casey Mears, who was on the tail end of the lead lap, as they battle for the lead at 323 laps. 70 to go as Subway 400 on 5.